let's talk about sex. And that's exactly what we're talking about right now. Now, let's not be coy here. Without sex, none of us would be in this universe. However, with rising teenage pregnancies worldwide, pretty much, and also all sorts of, diseases, sexually transmitted infections. One, how early should parents be discussing sex with their children? Also, are schools doing enough? Well, we're going to be discussing all that and more. And just want to remind you that this segment is brought to you by Lipton and Benny.
It is indeed. Now let's join Lipton Tea on the journey of refreshment and vitality. The world's favorite hot tea brand will give you the needed level of alertness to start your day. So take another look at your day and begin with a cup of Lipton for natural refreshment in mind and body. Lipton Tea, inspiration flowing from nature.
Indeed, and we have our Lipton tea, and some tools. And some
accoutrements.
Accoutrements. Yes, please. Yes. And to help Benny and I discuss this segment, we have Emma Fari Agama, who is a senior nursing officer from the Ghana Health Service, and also Desiree Mokwa Opoku, who is a deputy director of nursing services from the Ghana Health Services. So thank you. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
First and foremost, just in terms of general advice, how early should parents be discussing or, bringing up sex education with their children?
Well, I would say as early as possible. Talking of age would be a bit difficult because some children ask questions much earlier than others. But ideally, by 9 years, parents should have started talking to their children about sex.
Okay.
Wow.
9. Okay.
That's frightened me already.
How old is your daughter?
My daughter's 7, going on 17, but she's 7. But I can't imagine within a couple of years having to talk about sex with her. I mean, that frightens me.
In actual fact, sex education should start from that age, even earlier than that. So at your daughter's age, you have to start talking to her about sex. Because if you don't do that, some children are sexually active. And some time ago, we heard from outside Ghana that a small girl, 9 years, gave birth, was pregnant and gave birth. So we don't know what will happen in the future. If you don't start early educating your daughter on that, she may seek the advice from peers outside, and they may mislead her.
Right.
So you have to start in the house early so that she'll pick up, and she will rather in turn educate the others outside. So we need to start early.
Well, you made a very good point. I mean, growing up, of course, I don't think my mom and I had ever had the sex talk. It's most Ghanaian parents do not talk to their children, whether you're pubescent, adolescent, teenager, whatever. It just does not happen. They do not sit you down and say, okay. Funny enough, I have a story. A friend of mine who is close to 30, last week her mom said, oh, I hope you're still pure because you're not married. Like, her mother doesn't even want to, pure is the word that she uses. Like, and almost up to the age of 30, they've never had the sex talk. Realistically, as Ghanaians, it's not in our culture. How is there a way that, parents can begin to, I guess, broach it up without feeling like, hey, if I tell them they'll go and do, it will mean they'll go and have sex?
But that's why we should have sex education. We have to inform them about sex because whether we like it or not, they know a bit about it. They look on the TV commercials and it gives them that idea about sex. So it is for us parents to educate them about it. Sometimes if you are watching these programs or adverts with them and there's the least opportunity, even if it's an AIDS documentary, you use that as the foundation to start talking to them about sex. Depending on the age, there's a limit as to what you should say. Because depending on the age, there's what you could tell them that they will understand. Yes, and as they grow, you add up onto it. You could even buy books for them so that they know about it. And then,
so if you don't want to maybe talk about it, you can present a book to your child?
You could.
And tell the person that after reading, if you have any question, you ask. And they are being taught in schools also. Yes. So if you don't start early and she starts from the school, there may be a problem.
How young are they starting to teach sex education or family planning in schools at the moment?
Well, it's not family planning per se. They call it, is it social and moral education or religious and moral education? They chip it in. They tell them about their body, the different phases they'll go through, especially if you're a girl, the changes that will go through as a boy. So that is a good time for the parents to hamper on it, yes.
Because they stay with us a lot of the time in the house. The school is just 3 hours, 4 hours, but they are always with us in the house. So the education must be more in the house than from the schools.
Okay, I mean, also family planning. We're told that young, men and young women should be told of family planning. So in case that they do have sex, let's be honest, teenagers are having sex. Some children are having sex. Yeah. So is it a point for parents to be educating them, or you think Ghana Health Services? What do you guys do to make sure that people are aware of the options, especially if they say maybe are under 16 and all they know is condoms? Is there enough information?
In natural fact, whenever we go for school health inspections, we chip in the sex education. But most at times when we get to the family planning section, the teachers are always against it.
Why?
They feel after teaching them, they may go to practice whatever we are educating them on. So that is also our problem. So you can't just enter any school and start family planning. So we start with natural family planning, sex education. We go around the point before we chip in the family planning.
So it's still a situation whereby people don't want to hear the truth.
Yes.
We're still shielding them, we're still crowing them in order for them to listen to what is actually happening now and facing us now.
Yes.
So what are you guys going to do about that then? Because there has to be some radical work that needs to be done.
Because even if you look at some of the statistics, our maternal mortality rate is high in Ghana.
Yeah.
And unsafe abortions, those who die from unsafe abortions, about 20% of the maternal deaths.
Wow.
So whether we like it or not, they are having sex. So the most important thing is, if you are having sex and you are not ready for the pregnancy, use family planning. Mm-hmm. Even the married couples are not using family planning. The percentage of those using family planning are low. But if you ask them, when are you going to have your next child? They say, I'm not ready. But not being ready, they are not using anything to show that they are not ready for the next one.
Right.
That's the main concept of family planning. Have them when you want them. When you are not ready, use family planning. There is a wide variety of them.
So there's a lot of hypocrisy when it comes to sex education or even talking about sex within Africa or in Ghana.
Yeah. Yes, that's our culture.
But it's not right.
It's not right. So something must change. And we blacks, excuse me to say that, we resist change. Mm-hmm. So what we are doing now may be educating some people outside there, our viewers and listeners, there for a behavior change towards sex education.
Well, you made a very good point, because on Facebook not too long ago I read a comment, like when we put that we're going to be discussing sex education, someone wrote, "Hey, sex education this early morning, babe." I mean, something, I'm kind of paraphrasing, but we're going to change it today.
Well, what
it
people
is
don't
important.
realize that a lot of people do actually have sex in the morning, so they should get away.
Well,
anyway.
Hopefully they're married and over the age of the age of consent.
Semantics. Now let's talk about some of these gadgets, and accoutrements that you brought to the table, because I'm looking here and I'm a guy. I can see a few things which are recognizable.
Okay,
and,
Benny, do you know what this is?
What is that? Femidom. Femidom, yes.
Female condom.
I've seen those and heard of them.
Okay, I've seen some of these usually on the telly and that sort of stuff. But how easy it is, when it comes to sex, most guys or most girls go and use a condom. But when it comes to female condom, I don't even know where to buy one of these from, because it's not like on the counter in the pharmacies. So where do you get this from?
You get them from the pharmacies, the chemical stores.
It's not displayed.
It is there. It's there. If you ask for it, you get it.
The condoms are
people
displayed.
don't know. You see, condoms have been in the system longer than the female condom. Right. So people know what it looks like.
Obviously, the branding of them is different as well.
That is it.
Can you open this and show us how it's used?
Okay. We have female condom here. As we all know, it's a new thing in the system. It has been there for a few years now. Whenever you want to wear the female condom, there is lubricant on it. So you have to spread the lubricant. You spread it and you touch to be sure it is not ruptured already. I mean, the container, there is no tear or puncture on it. You look for the expiry date. The expiry date is here.
Very
It's at
important.
times under this fold. So you look for the expiry date to be sure it hasn't expired. You spread the lubricant this way. Then with a clean hand. I'm not saying when you are ready going in before you wash your hand. I'm not saying go and wash your hand when you want to open. But with a clean hand, you hold it this way. And there's an arrow pointed up here. You tear from that side, supporting whatever is in the container. If you should hold it this way and you tear, it may drop. So this way, then.
Okay.
So that is a female condom for you. And it's a pouch that has a blunt end with a thicker ring in it that is supposed to fix around the cervix. Then an outer ring that is smaller than the one inside that is supposed to be on the vulva. And whenever you want to wear it, you hold it into the shape of 8 this way.
Figure 8.
Figure of 8. Then with your one limb on something higher than the other one, then you insert, or you can lie on your back with your 2 thighs apart. Then you insert. Your partner, as part of the foreplay, can do the insertion for you, whichever. You can squat, you can sit with your thighs apart, then you insert. So this is a model vulva and vagina. So I'm going to insert now into it. So they need to see.
So if you turn it around,
Yeah.
first, okay,
So
the
this
camera-
way, with the one part of the 8 inside, you push it till,
Oh wow, all the way.
yeah. Then you use the index finger to push it back for the inner ring to rest around the cervix.
Wow,
Then on your vulva, it may look something like this.
wow. I've never
And-
education. Wow.
And whenever the man is ready to go in, we are sorry, our model penis is not here.
Don't
You
worry.
have to direct the erected penis into it. Other than that, it may go the wrong way. The female condom will be in place, but the
Okay.
penis will pass another way into the vagina, and whatever you don't want will come. So the woman will support the female condom and direct the erected penis into it.
It sounds like it's a lot of work, but
No.
unfortunately,
Very
we have,
simple.
We have almost running out of time. We're gonna continue this. Definitely, we're gonna have you guys back. Can we get a model penis next time, because it
We'll do
looks
that.
does not seem easy if a couple is having
Very,
sex.
very easy. It's very, very easy.
I
practice.
think maybe condoms are better, Benny,
If it's-
Condoms
the
are
male
more practical
condoms,
to me at the moment.
as opposed to at the moment. So at least you're being safe.
And
I'm sure there's more to be learned,
Okay,
but we definitely will bring it back. Please go ahead.
just finish up.
what I want to say is, it's a compelling evidence that practicing family planning will help reduce maternal mortality. Because now government attention is on somebody to become pregnant, go to the antenatal clinic, and it will be you go throughout the season free of charge. You go to deliver free, but no attention is being given to family planning.
Planning.
So I feel if the government should invest into family planning, making it either free or enrolling it onto the health insurance, it will help us all and it will reduce our maternal mortality.
All right. Well, we will continue this definitely, and we'll have more education right here on this very set in regards to family planning and sex education. Yeah.
I want to thank both of you ladies, Emma Fariagama, who's a senior nursing officer from Ghana Health Services, and Desiree Mokwa Opoku, who's also Deputy Director of Nursing Services at the Ghana Health Service. Anywho, well, this is New Day. We have been talking about sex education. We're going to continue. It is very important and it's very serious. And so there's definitely more coming up on New Day. Don't go anywhere. There's more coming up.